Yo, 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 what's going on? G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come on in. Saturday, live. It's going down. Old news, but per ESPN, Deontay Wilder has officially fired Mark Breland. And I reported that months ago. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely old news as far as I'm concerned. But I was listening to somebody else's live, Lawrence Williams, big shout out to him. Apparently Malik Scott has been promoted to trainer status. But let's get our guest in here.
You say guest?
Yes.
You say guest?
Yep.
I think I'm a bit more than a guest right by now.
Yeah. For people that don't know, you know what I mean, you might be a guest, but to us, this is the VP of operations, Shane. What's going on, bro?
Everything's all good, man. Everything's all good.
Did you see the title?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, we know the whole Mark Breland situation. That's old news. But the Malik Scott is new news. What's your thoughts?
Wait. Elaborate. I don't know the Malik Scott news. Tell me.
Okay, so Mark Breland was officially fired by Deontay Wilder per ESPN, but we reported that months ago. It's also reported that Malik Scott has been promoted to be his trainer, along with JD's. We got Eric in the building. Say salute Jeff and Shane. Appreciate you, brother. What's going on?
Salute.
Yeah. So
before we even go any further, I just wanted to say this to all the people, and I know when more people come in, I'll say it again. But to the people who commented in the last live and we didn't get to the comments, we apologize for that, because we have to apologize for that, because we normally get to the comments and we want you guys commenting as much as possible. So we don't want it to be a case of you feeling like we're gonna miss you or not read your comments, because we did that that's other channels. Other channels, you comment and you don't get much attention, but that's not over here. So we apologize for that.
And we got Lawrence Williams in here. Salute to you, good brother. Actually, I was on Shane Lawrence Williams. I was on his live in regards to the whole Malik Scott thing. So big shout out to Lawrence Williams.
When were you on the live today?
Yeah, it was like maybe 15 minutes ago. I was on live. So what do you think about hold on, the Real Deal Detailing Shop? What's up, bro? What's going on? I know that's your first time hearing it. Just off top, what's your thoughts on Malik Scott? Basically,
bro, I know Malik Scott is a tactician, because he's known for being in a lot of people's corners. He's been in Wilder's corner before. He's helped many fighters before. I know he's been in Jennings' corner before once. I think not in his corner. He was his sparring partner once. He was in Dylan White's corner when Dylan White fought Anthony Joshua. So he is a tactician. I give him credit for that. But one thing you do want is someone who's known for training. And in fact, forget the training aspect. It's the mental aspect. It's someone who's not going to they're going to have a certain level of comfortability, but they're going to make Wilder have to mentally defeat Fury in his head before he defeats him in the ring. Someone who's going to be able to give Wilder the confidence that he's going to land that right hand. Someone who's going to give Wilder the confidence that the second fight was just because if he has the second fight in his mind too much, then it's going to cloud his game plan, which should just be go out there and land the bombs. So you need someone who's going to give him that confidence, reinstall the self-belief. Is Malik Scott someone that will do that? Maybe. But what I am afraid of is that Malik Scott, just hearing it off the dome, he might be a bit too close to home, because Wilder, as much as Wilder's a professional, he's also someone who has a certain level of common sense. he will look at it and be like, is Malik Scott just saying it because he's my friend, he's my trainer, or is he saying it from the outside looking in? Because he needs someone who's going to give him confidence and reinstall a certain level of self-belief from a reality perspective. It's more than just self-confidence. Let's go, champ. It's more than just that. It's more about actually believing it. And I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know if Malik Scott's gonna be that person. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Okay, let me address what you stated a little bit earlier. The last live, yes, we definitely want to get to all the comments. That live was almost 4 hours long. And we had Stay Ready Boxing on there. We had BoxingFirst Vlog on there. Shane was on there, and it basically got pretty heated last hour or so of the live. So yeah, it was a lot of people that made comments. We didn't get to them, but you know, the first 2.5 hours we did get to the comments. That's just how that situation fell out. Hopefully you guys know we don't operate like that. When you send a comment and we get right to it, that was kind of just a rare
Yeah, it's
occurrence.
just an exception. You know, those
It's an
you gotta
exception.
go with the flow with those ones because you can't really plan who's gonna be in the live, who's not gonna be in the live. You know, you
Yeah,
gotta just kind of go with the flow.
and the thing is, I had an opportunity to address the comments after everybody got off, but we were on for almost 4 hours. So I was pretty much done at that point. But that's something that
Yeah,
usually doesn't happen in normal
it
circumstances.
won't. It probably won't
It
happen
won't
again.
happen.
So
It probably won't happen again. Eric said, I'm supposed to be doing work. I just tuned in for the info. The last thing I heard was Floyd offering to train Wilder. I'll take this one real quick, and then I'll answer the question as far as Malik Scott, because I haven't commented on it either. Not even the Lawrence Williams live did I comment specifically on how I felt about it. Eric, let me explain something as far as Floyd Mayweather is concerned and Deontay Wilder. Prior to Deontay Wilder losing, Mayweather was not really supportive of Wilder. That's a fact. Because there was talk that he was going to try to go for 50-0 and all that. Anybody that Floyd feels like is a threat, he's going to try to knock them off their pedestal. It was only after Wilder lost that he offered those, training tips and offered to train them and things like that. So even though that was out in the media, I really don't buy that
plus the
Floyd
hype
would
train
do
of
it.
plus the hype train around Floyd kind of died down when the Fury fight came around because you forget the center of attention at that specific time. That's probably the one of the biggest fights that's happened in America um since Floyd's fought. So he's probably
Facts.
wanting to piggyback on a little of that hype.
Yeah,
You know how Floyd is already.
yeah. So even though that was in the news, Eric, I would say he was just trying to grab some headlines, and I don't think he was really serious. Now in terms of I'll get to that next comment. In terms of Malik Scott, I think at this point, uh, this tells me a lot about Wilder because he wanted a change in the camp, but he didn't want somebody coming in trying to take over the camp. And when you look at it that way, I think Malik Scott is the perfect name. You know what I'm saying? He's the perfect name in that scenario. It's a different face, it's a different look. He's technically sound, but at the same time, he knows that he still controls everything. So it's kind of like he's kind of like leaning on the fence with it. Now, there's some other trainers. If he would have got, you know, a few other trainers that are like disciplinarians, then I'd have been like, okay, he's like dead serious. Like he's dead serious. So like this hiring, I'm not against it, but at the same time, it kind of tells me like he's just trying to shake things up. Like I don't think this is
But
I don't think this is groundbreaking.
I'm not gonna go to the comments. I'm a
Okay.
double back off what you just
Um
said after you go to the comment.
okay. Michael Johnson, Boxing Talking More. Big shout out to you. Matter of fact, I think Mike Johnson's been on here before. I don't know if he's been on a live, but I've seen him before. If anything, we don't know because who has Scott trained? You want to get at that real? You kind of explained it earlier, but you want to get at
I
that?
mean, he's never been the main trainer of anyone, but he played big parts in other people's camps, and I feel like what he does do, he gives. I mean, he's been in Joseph Parker's camp as well before, so he's been in a lot of people's camps. He plays a big part in the sense that he's a big gap between a head trainer and the fighter, because not only is he a fighter, but he's also a person who, from when he was fighting, he's a person who's always had a certain level of. He's had a very good boxing IQ. He never had great skills, but he had good boxing IQ. And I feel like he hasn't trained fighters, but he's been around people like Manuel Stewart. He's been around people like Jonathan Banks, obviously Mark Breland. He's been around some good trainers. So because of that, he knows the game, and it's kind of difficult to gauge who he's trained or what he will become, because he is still at the beginning of his stage. But he's definitely hands-on. We know that, he'll be in the gym with Wilder every day. He'll do runs with Wilder every day. He'll be on the exercise machines with Wilder every day. So he's a pair as well as a trainer. And I feel like, go to the next comment, because I'm a touch on that.
Okay.
I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. Eric said, Buddy went crazy. Talking about Charlo twins. I'm glad Shane checked them.
You talking about Blunt?
Oh, he's talking about Blunt. Hold on, let me get through the rest of these. We got Richard in the building. What's up, Richard?
What's up, Richard? Richard, you're becoming a regular.
Yeah, he come on a regular, man, for sure. And we got our very own BoxingFirst Vlog in the building. What's going on, player? Let me address Michael Johnson's comment. Yes, you can look at it that way, that he hasn't trained anybody. Yes. But for Wilder at this point in his career, where he is he's in his mid-30s, he took his first loss of his career. For him, it's about fit. I don't think it's about technical ability or anything like that.
It's a bit too late for that. It's a bit too late for that.
Yeah, it's too late for that. I think it's really just a matter of comfort. So
you stole my point. The reason why I say you stole my point is because what you don't want Wilder doing is going into that fight and overthinking things.
Right.
Wilder's a simple fighter. Hit or you lose. You land that right hand or you lose. So you got to have someone who's got him in the fight, who's as comfortable as possible, in a sense where he's thinking, you know what, I'm going to go when I'm going to be free. I'm not going to overthink things. I'm going to be relaxed, and I'm not going to panic. The moment he starts to overthink things and people start rushing things, like the fight becomes a bigger task than it needs to be, when every task is the same: hit or lose. And that's what I feel like he needs, because I don't feel we ever be technically good enough to beat Fury. I don't think he'll ever be technically good enough to get more points than Fury. He just needs to land that right hand. And in order for him to land that right hand, the last fight needs to not exist. Because what you don't want is Wilder to be, Wilder wins a lot of fights of intimidation, being, the bravado, the whole entire what's the word, ego, the personality, the persona around him, that aura, that he wins a lot of fights because of that. And he needs to believe in himself. And that's what I feel like that's important. He needs to believe in himself. If he doesn't believe in himself, then he might as well give up. He might as well not fight the rematch. And I feel like that's what Malik Scott's there for, to reinstall that confidence back in Wilder. Because what's the point of looking for a guy that's going to technically improve Wilder? He's like 36 now. Like, it's never going to happen.
Yeah. I agree with that 100%. Because a lot of people, when he initially lost, they was like, oh, well, he needs to go back to the drawing board. He needs to do this. He needs to do that. I'm like, no, he doesn't need to do that, because I'm like, the type of knowledge that Fury has, that's what you build since you were a kid. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Wilder's not going to get that in one or two camps. And to be honest, I can't point out one victory that Wilder's had in his career, and I pointed to the trainer, and I was like, he's the reason why. So I feel like
Fact.
this. This actual Malik Scott hire. It's news, but it's not a situation where I think it really is gonna play a part in fight. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a story right now, but I don't think it's gonna play a part in fight when I really sit down and look at it. Like you said earlier, it's someone that can be in the ring with train with them. Like it just gives them a different feel in camp. You know what I'm saying?
Comfortability.
Right. It's different, but it brings a level of comfort. Like him hiring Malik Scott as a trainer versus someone like a
Teddy
Teddy Atlas.
Atlas.
Teddy Atlas is gonna come in and just he's gonna try
Strip him down
to
from the start to the bottom.
yeah, he's gonna not only be the trainer, but he's gonna try to take over everything around Wilder, and that's something Wilder doesn't want. Let me
He
get to the
Wilder
comments.
doesn't need. Wilder doesn't need.
And he doesn't need it, right? He
There's
doesn't want it.
something going on with either one or either mine or your signal. Like you're chopping. I don't know if you're in a different place. I don't know.
I'm actually closer to the router, so I should be good.
You're good now, but like for the last maybe 2 minutes, you were in and out. You can still hear you, but your visuals were like freezing.
I'm not sure. I'm close. I'm very close to the router. So, all right. So, BoxingFirst Vlog said, Eric, ain't nobody check me. You must be drinking motor oil.
Blunt. Go on, continue.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Blunt, bro, you really shouldn't bring that up because it's just gonna. If we were to go on live and we were to do it properly, it'd be embarrassing. So let's go on.
The whole Jamel Charlo is the pound for pound king. For entertainment purposes, I would love to do a live strictly on that for him to explain himself. But that we'll get to that at another time. But Lawrence Williams, Hurd was overthinking versus Santana with his new coach, K Karama. And soon as Hurd switched back to the old Hurd, he dropped and almost stopped Santana in the 10th. Let me get at that real quick.
Go on.
Lawrence, I agree with you 100%. But I think it's a little more than just overthinking. I think his new team, he was completely revamping his whole style. Like they were trying to revamp his whole style. So I think it was a little bit more than just him trying to overthink. Like I think they were trying to do a complete 180 with Jared Hurd.
Yeah.
Which I don't agree with. I think when a guy gets to a certain point in his career, you can't revamp them. You can add things, you can tweak things.
Porter done it in the Ugas fight.
Porter, that's another great example. Porter in the Ugas fight. Now, that was Sean Porter trying to do different things and him overthinking. Like that was a situation where somebody was overthinking during the fight. But the thing was, Sean Porter never went back to the old Sean Porter. He fought that way the whole fight. And for Sean Porter to even think that he was good enough to pull that off against Ugas is still crazy to me.
No, but
it
Jeff,
is what it is.
This is the thing with me, yeah, and I feel like I have no problem with a fighter changing their style if they feel like the style that they adopt is what it takes to beat the fighter that they're up against. I'll give you an example. When Leo Santa Cruz lost to Frampton, everybody thought he was going to come out like a bulldog and chase him. He decided to box off the back foot against Frampton, and then he used a different style and went completely 180, and then people were like, oh, wow, I didn't see that happening. Another example was Fury. People saw Fury box off the back foot against Wilder, and in the second fight, he said, you know what, I'm going to come forward and back Wilder up. It's not about changing your style and just doing it randomly. You have to be able to do it when it makes sense. You have to be able to analyze your opponent and say, for this specific fight, I have to use this style because X, Y, Z, not because it's just I just need to do it because of doing it. There has to be a lot of method behind it, which is why you have to have smart people in your corner.
Yeah, true. Eric said, ha, salute BFV. BoxingFirst Vlog said, "Lil bruh, your boy is a fucking cheat."
Who's he talking about?
He talking about Fury. We'll get to that in a second.
Fury's not my boy, so I don't know what you mean.
Yeah. Then he said it's on G5s, and I guess he talking about when I was cutting out. Eric said that was my biggest concern. It could be disastrous if Wilder hires a trainer that will try to break him down and build him up. It's too late in his career and too little time. Bro, Eric, let me explain this real quick. He could have been. He
Wait.
could.
Pause. You're cracking again. Wait until you're set, because I feel like you're cracking again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So basically, with that, Wilder could be in camp for 2 years on technical stuff and still not be ready for Fury. You know what I'm saying? Technically, he'll never be technically better than Fury. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? So he has to go in there, and when you're facing a pure boxer, you gotta turn the pure boxer into a brawler. You gotta turn the pure boxer into a brawler. You know what I mean? You turn the pure brawler to a boxer. That's what you do. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, I actually like the Malik Scott hire. I like the Malik Scott hire. I think people are kind of overthinking it.
As much as I like the hire, I still don't think Malik Scott is the difference between Wilder winning and losing. That's just me being me.
I agree with that as well. Like, it's for me, it's still the same thing. Either he lands the right hand or he's gonna lose the fight.
Yeah.
It's no trainer, no camp is gonna change that. Like, he's gonna land that right hand or he's gonna lose it.
But what you don't want is a trainer to strip Wilder down and then take away the one thing that he had, which was power. You know, when I mean take it away, where he doesn't, because you want him to use the right hand. Well, what a trainer might do is strip him all the way down, and then he loses that one gift. You know, I've seen that many times where fighters just try to change their style up so much that they lose what their greatest ability is, or the greatest what's the word? Their greatest skill. I still think you're in the wrong place, bro. I still think you're in the wrong place because the signal's so bad on your end.
Like, I'm literally standing right next to the router. Look, like that's literally the router. Like, you know what I'm saying? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I could always hear you. It's just freezing.
Okay. Let me get to the next comment. Boxing First Vlog question, fellas. Without the antics from Fury, you believe he can win?
Of course. What antics does he mean? What antics does he mean? What antics does he mean?
I know what he mean. Glove gate, hiding the camera, all that they talking about.
But that was the first fight. What about the second fight? He didn't have glove gate in the second fight. What about the second fight?
Yeah, just
I'm talking about the second fight. So even what happened in the second fight? What antics did he use in the second fight that made him win? I don't know. Someone enlighten me.
Yeah, because this is a situation. Boxing First Vlog don't like Fury at all. Like, and I've had play, and that's cool. Like, I don't have a problem with that, not one bit. My issue is with that situation, and this is for Vlog. I'm pretty sure I'll talk to him later on. When it comes down to it, I'm gonna mention the things that were said after the second fight. The costume was too heavy and it took his legs out. Am I correct on that?
I heard that.
Okay. The water was spiked.
I didn't hear that one. I didn't hear that one.
The water was spiked. That was another one. 3, there was another form of glove gate in the second fight.
How? Which one? I don't know this one. What was this one?
They was basically saying that his hand was really not all the way in the glove in the second fight because he had blood on his balls.
I didn't see that I didn't see examples of him. I saw examples of the first fight. Don't get me wrong. I saw the examples of the first fight, so I got
Right.
that. But I didn't see that in the second
It
fight. I
was
didn't see
it
examples
was
of that in the
yeah,
second
it
fight.
was one picture that was floating around after the second fight. So there was a glove. There were some people mentioning a glove issue after the second
Dude,
fight.
my question will be to Blunt if he's subscribing to that notion. Is did he know or does he know that JD's was in the ring in the dressing room when they were doing the hand wraps? So is he
Yeah,
saying that JD's is in on it as well? I'm just asking. Is he saying
right.
JD's is in on it as well?
Well, this the thing. On top of that, that was what number 3. Number 4, his bicep was hurt prior to the fight. Correct.
I heard that. I heard
All
that.
right. So that's about 4 or 5 things that I've mentioned that has been said after the second fight.
My
Okay.
my question is this. My question is this. Yeah, I know you said all of those stuff. My question remains: the costume being heavy, okay, that's one thing. I can't argue about that. The water being spiked, I don't know if that's true or not, so I can't speak about that. In terms of the gloves, I already said what I needed to say. But in terms of the bicep, I'm not saying that's right. I'm not saying that's wrong. However, how do you know he won't be injured going into the next fight? How do you know he'll be 100% ready going into the next fight? How
And
do you know he's got over the mental demons that he's faced of the first fight, in the second fight, in the third fight? Because there's always going to be something. There's always going to be something. You can never go into a fight 100%.
yeah, and the main reason why I mentioned those things I said after the second fight, and this is for Blunt. What does any of those things have to do with Mark Breland?
We'll go to the comments and we'll see what the answers are.
I'll go to the comments real quick, but that's my question to Boxing First Vlog. All of
Why
those,
is Blunt not on this live?
because he's at work.
Oh,
All of
fair enough.
all of those excuses that were coming out after the second fight, none of them have to do with Mark Breland. None of them have to do with Mark Breland. So before I get to the comments, let me get this out the way. So let's just say the costume was too heavy and it took his legs out. Is that Tyson Fury's problem? Is that Tyson
No,
Fury's fault?
no.
No. He said his water was spiked. That came out of their camp. They came out of their camp. That's number 2. Is that Tyson Fury's fault?
No.
They said Fury's Wilder's team specifically said somebody in their camp spiked the water.
In whose camp? Wilder's camp or Fury's
In
camp?
Wilder's camp. So the rumor is that Breland either knew who spiked it or he spiked it. That's the rumor.
God.
That's not Fury's fault.
Oh God.
It's not. It's not.
Whoever said that has to be on crack.
Yo,
Go on.
and I'm talking about in the States. I'm talking about in the States.
Okay, so
The
this would be
bicep. The
this would be
bicep.
my
Hold on,
response.
let me get this out of the
Go
way.
on.
The bicep. Junior Five said he hurt the bicep. He said he hurt his bicep prior to the fight. Is that Fury's fault?
No.
No, that's not Fury. That's not Fury's fault. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the shot that he got hit with and he got knocked down. Some people say that shot was illegal. Wilder was ducking his head down for the shot. Correct?
It's boxing. It's
Is
boxing.
that Fury's fault? That's not Fury. That's not Fury's fault. My point is the Boxing First Vlog is that they fought 19 rounds. Wilder has won 4. He's won 4 out of 19 rounds. Am I lying?
No, you're correct.
Okay. I'm gonna get him in here because what I want for Boxing First Vlog to do is explain things from not from a I don't like Fury perspective. That's
But this is the thing. This is the thing that I don't get. If all of those things are the case and Fury was cheating, Fury done all of these stuff that was wrong, if you feel like that it was the only reason why I lost was because Fury cheated. Then why change trainer? Because there's nothing that you done wrong. Because if all that was wrong was his cheat, and the difference between me winning and losing was him cheating, then I wouldn't change my trainer, because it would mean that my camp went perfect, and the only reason why I lost was because Fury cheated. Then why would you change trainer?
I'm gonna send him a link in a minute, but let me get to these comments real quick. Hold on. Where did I leave off?
That's a good question.
I got it. Anthony Johnson, bad decision. Wilder admit he has no road work. If you put weight on his legs during a fight, it's over. He never had a problem with his legs in any other fight.
Like, yeah, I'll say I won't buy into what Wilder was saying. Don't buy into what Wilder was saying. Don't buy into it. He's just looking for something to hold.
And the thing is, it's not him. It's not him. It's people speaking for him.
No, but he did mention the costume. He did mention the costume.
He mentioned the costume and he mentioned the legs. And the thing is, he had another fight where he had a costume that was just as heavy. I'm not gonna get into all that. We're gonna keep it moving. BoxingFirst Vlog. Yes, he did have loose gloves. What the fuck you talking about? Stop being a homer.
Firstly, I don't know what you're talking. Can I respond to that?
No, let me get this out of the way. All of the footage and stuff that was shown about a floppy glove was in the first fight. BoxingFirst Vlog. It was shown. All of those pictures and stuff was in the first fight. Before I get you in here, find me a picture or find me a video with a floppy glove from the second fight. Now, mind you, I came out and said, Shane, did I not say this? I said, his glove was floppy in the first fight. I came out and said that. I said, it's something with that glove. He likes it loose. I said that. I'm openly admitting that. That's what I said. But the thing is, Wilder didn't lose the first fight. He didn't lose the first fight. All I'm saying, before I get you in here, find me a picture where his glove is floppy in the second fight, not the first one.
Just to respond, I feel like that is insult. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I said, I feel like that is insulting to call me a homer. Because one, you only like American fighters, so you can never call me a homer. I don't even like that much English fighters. And two, before the fight even started, I picked Wilder to win, and that's a fact. So
I picked him to win too. I picked him to win too.
Me being a homo would mean that I support British fighters. When just that's a lie. I watch more foreign fighters than I watch British fighters. Blunt, you're more of a homer than me because you only know American fighters. You don't know as much global fighters as I do, so that's a lie.
Okay. Real deal detail and shop. He said he had a floppy glove in the second fight. Show me a picture. I believe you're talking about the first fight, and I agree with the first fight 100%. Show me something from the second fight. I still, to this day, I have not seen anybody show me a floppy glove from the second fight. Have you seen one, Shane?
Nope. The first fight, it's easy to differentiate. The first fight, he had a red tape. Second fight, he had white tape, so it's easy to differentiate.
Yeah, so when you find your picture, if it got red tape, that's the first fight.
In the second fight, I think he was wearing Puffin. In the second fight, I think he was wearing Puffin Sports. So that might make it even easier for you. I think. I could be wrong.
Right. Eric said at one point there were talks about bringing Foreman to camp. I like that idea. Maybe not as a lead trainer, but I think Foreman might be able to help Wilder mentally.
I wouldn't have wanted that. I wouldn't want him
in the I wouldn't want him. He can help, but not necessarily be in the corner. Like, you can give guidance to a fighter and not necessarily work their corner. So I don't have a problem with George Foreman, dropping knowledge on Deontay Wilder, but he's no different than Malik Scott in terms of like training experience. You know what I'm saying? So
in fact, the reason why I wouldn't want George Foreman is because what could George Foreman bring at this particular time that's gonna give Wilder any like? I don't see Malik Scott to me is a better option than a George Foreman because there's a personal relationship there.
Yeah. Boxing First Blog says Eric he does need a true OG in his corner. Um, I don't agree with that.
Ask him
I
why.
don't say it again.
Why?
Yeah, I don't agree with that because I'm like JD's is not young. Neither is Mark Breland. Mark Breland's more accomplished than Malik Scott.
Fact.
And he didn't have an OG in his corner for all the rest of his fights. I think people just jump. I think people jump off the deep end once somebody takes a loss. Wilder
Exactly.
always
Like,
had
why is
a,
it? What is
Wilder
going?
has always had an OG in his corner. Mark Breland is the OG. He has more experience and he has more knowledge than Malik Scott.
Wilder needs someone who's gonna give him confidence. Wilder's gonna need someone who's gonna build him up personally in terms of his personality. He needs that. He needs to reinforce himself. That's what he needs. All of the stuff of getting this trainer, that trainer, to me, I don't see what they're going to do. Like they did the technical. He's never gonna be technically better than Fury. He will never be technically. He can get Teddy Atlas, Virgil Hunter, Manny Robles,
Not
Abel
gonna.
Sanchez, all in the camp at one stage. You still won't be better than him.
And listen, even when Wilder got the knockdowns, he didn't get the knockdowns because he was technically better. He just followed Tyson Fury out the back door. That's it.
What I will say though, what I will say, he does need someone with a good eye in the corner. Someone who has a good eye to idiosyncrasies. Someone who can see certain habits and trends and tell Fury what to go off. That's one thing I will say. He does need that. I don't know if Malik Scott's one of those people, but he needs to see certain because to me, I felt like they were going into that Fury fight, both Fury fights, relying on Wilder's power, and they didn't put too much attention into what Fury does. I feel like they need to watch the little habits that he does. Because me and you personally said before the first Fury fight, one of the things you have to do before the first Fury fight, we even said, follow him out the back door. We said it in the second fight, follow him out the back door.
Right.
I don't know how someone in his trainer, in his corner, didn't give him the same advice.
Okay, Boxing First Vlog, bruh. Dude is not in the room the whole time. You talking reckless.
Okay, so this
I'm
is why.
pretty. Hold on. Let me clear up what Boxing First Vlog is talking about because I've talked to Boxing First Vlog about this stuff off camera, so I know where he's going with it. What he's talking about is JD's being in the room as far as the gloves is concerned. Go.
Okay, so what you don't understand, Blunt, is I assume, and this is me just assuming, you're just saying this because you just want to antagonize, because I know you know about boxing. When you get your hand wraps done, and when you get your glove put on, the opposite trainer is in the room for a specific reason, to watch them get done. The whole entire time his hand wraps and his gloves are being put on, the trainer is in the room at the same time. He may leave, but that is when it's already complete. And if you're saying that Fury might have taken the glove off, then maybe, I don't know, I doubt it. But if you're saying Fury took the glove off and then tampered with his hand wraps, I don't know if that's true. But if that's your argument, then I can entertain that. I still don't believe it. You'd have to show me proof. But I don't. That's something I can entertain. But he was in the room the totality of the time. And on top of that, you have the commission who writes on the gloves once the hand wrap is done. So in order for JD's in order for Fury to tamper it, this is the scenario that you're trying to create, Blunt. You're trying to say that JD's was in the room when his hands got wrapped. I can show you the footage when he was in the room as well, because there is actually footage of JD's being in the room when his hands are getting wrapped. The gloves are put on. Before the gloves are put on, the commission writes on the gloves. So then what happens then is JD leaves the room, he takes the glove off, he tampers with the glove, and then puts the glove back on. That's what you're basically saying. If that's what you're saying, then I mean maybe Carl can fly over the moon, innit?
All right, let me because what Blunt is talking about, there's a clip of, it looks like someone in Fury's camp. It looks like they're trying to I
Cover
don't
the
know if
camera.
you've seen it, the towel over
Cover
the
the camera.
camera or whatever.
Okay, this is where people are stupid again. Who was covering over the camera? Ben Davison. Ben Davison wasn't in his camp in the second fight. So what are they talking about? It was Ben Davison. Ben Davison wasn't in his camp in the second fight. He was in the camp in the first fight. So that's still rubbish because Ben Davison wasn't in the camp in the second fight. So what are they talking about? It was Ben Davison who I've seen it myself, and it was Ben Davison who put the seat up over the camera, and Ben Davison wasn't in the corner in the second fight. He was in England. So what did he fly? It doesn't.
All right. He said, send me a link. I will send you a link in a minute. I got you. Hold on. All right. Eric said, I'm gonna get through all these comments real quick, and then we can get to it. Eric H. I heard Wilder was pissed because Breland ended. I guess ended the fight. Yeah, that was his issue. Like that was his issue. He told them that don't throw the towel in under any circumstances. And Wilder is an independent contractor. You know what I'm saying? He runs that show.
I think Wilder was in the right for that. You know why I think Wilder was in the right for that? Because I listened to the corner instructions as the round went on and on and on. And not at one stage did Breland say to him, if you don't continue, I'm going to throw the towel in. If you don't start showing me something, I'm going to throw the towel in. You hear that all the time in boxing, Jeff. So if you're not telling your fighter that, then how do you expect your fighter to change the style? You didn't even tell him, you know what, if you don't continue. I hear that all the time. Listen, show me something, I'm going to throw the towel in. He didn't. Breland didn't say that to him once. So I agree with Wilder on that thing.
Yeah, and even if he didn't say that, the fact is, like Wilder has a right to do that. He has a right to do it. Like he runs that show, he has a right to do it. Leave that. I can. No, I'm about to make another one. All right. Hold on a second, bro. Let me see. Hold on a second. All right, let me see where I left off at. Send me a link ASAP. I got you. He said hit the like button. Appreciate that. Eli Zachary talks everything. You are new. What's going on, bro? Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. George Foreman made it work with pure power and in his old age when the game changed. His IQ is higher than y'all are giving credit for. Foreman has big fight history and classics. Nobody's
Yeah,
disputing that.
I'm not, I'm not disagreeing with that, but it's one thing having that experience. It's one thing then being able to give that experience to somebody else, and you got to be able to identify the differences between who George Foreman was and Wilder was. George Foreman wasn't an extrovert character when he was fighting. Him and Wilder are two polar personalities. So it's not a fact that he didn't have the experience. It's just finding the right blend.
Yeah, nobody's discrediting Foreman at all. Like Foreman is a legend. Like let's not get it twisted. Like he is a legend, point blank. Period. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to it, what we're saying is that no matter how much experience Foreman has as a boxer, he's never worked the corner. Like that's our thing. Like he's never worked a corner. So you can be your OG, you can be somebody that's trying to help out a fighter and not work the corner, like not be in the camp. I don't have a problem with George Foreman dropping knowledge on Wilder and giving him some of his experiences and giving him some of his stories. But it's a whole different ball game for George Foreman to work his first camp and is going to be the heavyweight championship of the world. That's asking a lot. That's all I'm saying. That's asking a lot. Hold on. BoxingFirst Vlog says none of these dudes you talking about have been in the deep water on the big stage like a Foreman. But that let me get at that real quick.
Okay.
The bottom line with that, Foreman ain't fighting. Foreman ain't fighting. So it don't matter. It don't matter how many deep ends Foreman done been in. Foreman, if Foreman was in the deep end of the situation and got out of it, he was the reason why he got out of it. Foreman can't step into the ring for Wilder. He can't step into the ring for Wilder. All he can do is tell him stories. Mark can't tell him them stories. Come on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just having somebody in the corner.
A better question is, Jeff. He can tell him stories, but let's be real. Is those stories even going to help him? That's a better question. That is a better question. How much is those stories that Foreman tells him going to help him? Are they going to be the difference between him landing the right hand and not landing? I mean, I don't know what they expect Foreman to do. Like, is Foreman going to be like, he's not a gospel singer. He's not going to sing his way into to victory or glory.
Listen, OG and hearing stories is not going to get Wilder no closer to beating Fury.
Nope.
Is what he's going to do inside of the ring. We talking talk strategy. Talk strategy. You know what I'm saying? Talk strategy. What can he do inside of the ring? Like, we're talking all these inspirational things and all of that.
Exactly.
Like,
it's not church.
Like all of that's cool. All that's cool. Inspiration is not going to win him this fight. Inspiration is not going to win him this fight. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Like, inspiration is not going to win him that fight. It's just not. Eric H. Foreman is the epitome of OG. Come and check these dudes BFV. Eric, don't mess around and get yourself in trouble too, because BoxingFirst Vlog be in trouble all the darn time. He
BoxingFirst Vlog he can't defend me.
Listen,
he can't defend
y'all,
me.
hold on. George Foreman, let me give you a prime example of why both of y'all are wrong. Give you a prime example. Roy Jones Jr. is one of the top fighters of all time. Am I correct?
Yep.
He can tell you stories for days. Correct?
Yep.
Devin Alexander got knocked out by Ivan Redcash.
Yep.
Who was in his corner? Who was his trainer?
Roy Jones.
Roy Jones. Roy Jones. Roy Jones.
But
it don't matter. It, like the
I mean,
OG stuff.
I give you a bet. I give you even more closer example to home. A closer example to home. If you ask all of these guys who their best trainer is right now in boxing, majority of them will say Virgil Hunter's up there. Brazil hired Virgil Hunter for the Wilder fight. He got iced in a minute.
Exactly. Virgil Hunter was the trainer for Dominic Brazil when he fought Wilder. What did it do? Absolutely nothing.
At the end of the day,
nothing.
The trainer can't go in the ring and fight.
The trainer can't go in and fight, and no OG can go in there and fight for him. Like, so it's like sometimes that works, but hang your hat on that, nah. Like, hell
you said
no.
sometimes that
y'all
works.
Give me an example
where it works. Give me an example where it works.
Yeah, and y'all are taking it as if we're throwing disrespect to George Foreman. We're not throwing disrespect to George Foreman. All I'm telling you, and I'm pretty sure Shane is saying the same thing, George Foreman ain't hopping in that ring. Nope. George Foreman's not hopping in that ring, and he's not working the corner. He's not. Point blank. He's not.
Nope.
Jay Banks, Fury is bad back. Fury is bad backdoor cheater. Fuck out of here. And the thing, bro, Jay Banks, let me get this to you. Let me get this to you. It's stuff that happened in that first fight in terms of the glove. And I'm gonna tell you why I say his glove was floppy in the first fight. I'm gonna tell you why. ESPN did a breakdown on Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury 1. And Andre Ward broke down that very combination where he threw a lead left hook and a straight right hand, and he made Wilder's knees buckle. Even Ward in the breakdown said, yo, that left hand was an illegal shot. The glove is open. There's an open-handed slap. I'm not talking about none of these other videos and pictures and all of that. That was live. That was a live video. No slow motion, no none of that. You could see the glove flopping. Jay Banks, what I'm talking about. So if y'all want to run with that, I'm with y'all. I'm running with that. We are talking about the fight that Wilder lost. We're talking about the second fight. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The second fight. Show me the floppy glove in the second fight, because I personally have not seen it. I'm acknowledging I seen it in the first fight. I showed Shane a picture, and I said, Shane, I think he like his glove a little
No,
loose.
but when Jeff sold me and I looked at it, and even me, using common sense, I know boxing, bro. Your hand wraps aren't supposed to show through your glove at the bottom. So you can see that his glove was further up in his hand. That's a fact. In the second fight, I can't see that. And again, if I'm
That's what I'm
wrong,
saying.
I have
The
no
first
problem
fight.
putting my hands up saying I'm wrong.
So everybody that's in the chat, right? Everybody that's in the chat, in the first fight, I am acknowledging. Shane is acknowledging the glove was floppy in the first fight. We are acknowledging that. Like, we acknowledging that. The second fight, the fight that Wilder lost, y'all forget Wilder got a draw in that fight. He got a draw in that fight, and he got 2 knockdowns in that fight. I'm talking about the second fight. Where is the floppy glove in the second fight? I need somebody to show. And this goes beyond the live. Y'all have my Instagram, Twitter, all of that. Show me. We ain't got to argue about it. Show me floppy glove in the second fight. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. And we gonna keep it moving. We got this joint.
Keep the comments going fast now. Keep the comments going fast.
Yeah, I got you. Hold on a second. Eli Zachary, Foreman can analyze those habits. That's why he is the right choice and heavyweight experienced fighter. Eli, I'll ask you this question: why nobody else is hired him? I mean, if that's the case, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. My question is, if that's the case, why nobody else is hired him? Why has he only been an analyst? Lennox Lewis is an analyst. He knows just as much boxing as Foreman. Nobody's hired him either.
Next comment.
So if George Foreman is the right choice, why has nobody else hired him? I'll leave ball in your court. I'll let you get that. Jay Banks said they had the cameras covered.
As I just said, who had the Jay Banks? Answer me this question, because obviously what I said the last time didn't make sense. What person had the cameras covered? Just answer that, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. What person? Next question.
BoxingFirst Vlog. When people cheat, they not trying to prove they cheated. I'm not. I really don't. I like not even joking around. I'm not understanding.
I don't know what you mean in that.
Yeah. You had to elaborate a little bit more on that, bro. Mang 213. Why does Shane always sound like he's recording his videos from the lower deck of the Titanic? Bro, that might be me. That might be me, bro. Mang 213. That might be me. Like, I got so many devices on this Wi-Fi, man. That might be me, man, for sure.
That's about
Mang,
to say.
yeah, that might be me. Mang said, "What's up, fellas?" Jay Banks said, "F out of here, nephew. I could punch you." Hey, bro. Listen. Let me explain something. Y'all are taking it somewhere else. I asked one specific question, and nobody has answered my question yet. Jay Banks. Hold on, I'm calling everybody out. Jay Banks, Eric, BoxingFirst Vlog. Answer my one question. Where is the floppy glove in the second fight? That's all I asked. Somebody give me an answer. I don't want to hear nothing about no cameras, nothing like that. I'm like, this was a pay-per-view fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. There's 1 million cameras. Show me the floppy glove. Second fight, inside of the ring. Give me. That's all I want. We can talk about whatever else after that. That's all I want. He said this dude is hella aggravating. I'm pretty sure he might be talking about Fury. He might be talking about me or you, Shane.
I don't know. I don't know who he's talking about.
Which is cool. Which is cool. nobody answered my question. Nobody's answered my question. I'm
Keep
not
going
addressing
until you
nobody.
get
You
answered.
know
Just
what?
keep
You know
going
what?
through the
Hold
comments.
on. Hold on. You know what? It ain't nobody. I ain't putting nobody on this live. I ain't giving nobody else no more energy. Show me the floppy glove from the second fight. Show me the floppy glove from the second fight. Once you show me that, then we can talk. We're all on the same page about the first fight. We're all on the same page about the first fight. We are talking about the fight that Wilder lost. Talking about the fight that Wilder lost. So until somebody shows me that, I ain't putting nobody in the live. Nobody. Nobody. Vlog that includes you. That includes you. And you, my brother. That includes you. Show me a picture of the glove from the second fight where it was floppy. And Shane, you know I don't ever get like this. I don't ever get like this. We're talking about the fight that Wilder lost. We're talking about the fight that Wilder lost. Like, come on. Like, come on, y'all. Come on.
Next comment.
Next comment. They got me pissed off, man. Next comment. Eli Zachary, people cheat like that all the time. They use technicality. It's on Wilder's team, but it doesn't change the facts. Shane, you might as well be quiet for a little bit because I'm going in on everybody. Again, show me the picture of the floppy glove from the second fight. Show it to me. Show it to me. Show it to me. Y'all are talking about the fight that Wilder lost, but y'all bringing up stuff from the first fight. I'm telling you, I'm in agreement with y'all as far as the first fight. We're not talking about the first fight because Wilder didn't lose the first fight. We didn't lose the first fight. Y'all, I'm letting y'all get these comments in all day, and I'm answering every single comment, and nobody's answering my question. Nobody's answering my question. Nobody's answering it.
What's the next one?
Am I lying?
No, you're not.
Nobody's
No, you're
answering
not
my
at all.
question.
No, you're not.
That go for everybody. Maine, Jay Banks, BoxingFirst Vlog, all of y'all. Eli, all of y'all. Where is the floppy glove from the second fight? Explain it. Show it to me. Send me a link. Something. Send me a link. Send me a link. Because y'all not.
Where we at now? Where we at now? Where we at now?
Hold on. What? Where we at? What?
I'm looking through the comments.
Oh, I'm about to get to it now, but they gonna start answering my questions. Answer my question.
Eli said, "I am subscribed, family." That was the next one.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Eli, you know it's all love, man, but it got to be a two-way street, man. I'm not gonna let y'all come in here and bomb, and then y'all don't answer none of my questions. Jay Banks, Wilder is the longest reigning champion of all time. That's not true. That's not true.
Don't even answer that.
He had a long run,
Listen,
but
firstly, can I just put something out there? Because I'm English, a lot of people feel like, oh, I'm going to be siding with Fury and all of that stuff. I want to tell you this now. One, I actually like Wilder. Wilder is a fighter who I've stayed up for years watching Wilder, like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. So that's one thing. Two, I actually picked him to win in both fights over Fury. So that's another thing. I picked him to be AJ as well. So again.
So and the thing is, we're Wilder fans. Like that's the thing. Like y'all throwing comments out there, like we're not Wilder fans, and like we're like some Fury fanboys or something like that. Shane is not that. Neither am I. My whole point is one thing and one thing only. I'm like, y'all can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. You fire Breland, so you're saying it was a technical issue. But then at the same, like, it don't make no sense. I'm like, so let me get it straight. So Mark Breland was the one that spiked the water, but then he was also the one that threw in the towel to stop the fight.
But it doesn't matter because all of that was irrelevant because the only reason why Wilder won was because Wilder lost is because Fury cheated. That's so
yeah, like and Eli said, do you have a StreamYard link? Yes, I have a StreamYard link, but none of y'all are getting it because none of y'all don't answer my darn question. None of y'all are answer my darn question. Where's the floppy glove from the second fight? Please, somebody send me something. I ain't sending nobody no link until I get it. Until I get it. So I'm like, Wilder didn't lose the first fight. Wilder didn't lose the first fight.
The first fight's irrelevant anyway. Because we're agreeing. So who are you in discussion with?
Yeah, we're in agreement. We're in agreement with the first fight. Wilder lost the second fight. Y'all are basically saying Wilder lost the second fight because Fury cheated. Y'all said Fury cheated because he had a floppy glove. Show me the floppy glove. That's all I'm saying. Don't show me stuff from the first fight and you talking about why Wilder lost. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. I ain't putting nobody in here until somebody send me that. And the only reason I'm saying that is because y'all brought that to the comment section. I ain't bringing that to the comment section.
You weren't even talking about that.
I wasn't even talking about that. So since y'all are in here saying what y'all need to say, y'all got to show me some evidence. Y'all got to show me. Show me. Mang 213, bad move, dropping Breland, and Mark is already an OG. He was considered the brightest star out of the entire 84 US 18, bro. You know he's an OG. Mang, I agree 100%. We said that earlier. I'm like, you know, it's like, oh, well, he needs an OG in his corner. He already had one. And you can make the case that Mark Breland's the greatest amateur fighter of all time. It's between him and Lomachenko.
I was gonna say more about Loma, but yeah, you can make that argument.
You can make the argument. So I'm like,
Yeah,
you got
definitely.
the greatest amateur fighter, arguably of all time, and had a great professional career, and was with you from day one. And y'all calling for
That's the
George
most
Foreman,
important thing.
and y'all
That's the
calling
most
for George
important
Foreman.
thing. He was with you from day one. Why I say some people are so I feel like they must take crack for breakfast is because why would someone who's with you from day one spike your drink? I don't understand. It don't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
I just feel like y'all overreacting over the loss. Like I just feel like he just got beat. He just got beat. And
All
if
of a sudden, do you know what it was? They couldn't fathom. This is why I don't have a favorite fighter. This is why I don't have a favorite fight, and I don't ever feel like any fight is unbeatable because all of a sudden up is down and down is up, and all of a sudden the world is going around in the other direction. They can't fathom how Wilder lost. In my personal opinion, I thought Wilder was gonna win. Guess what? When Fury won, I still celebrated. You know why? Because I watched a good fight. Just be happy you watched the fight. If you're a boxing fan, you should even have a favorite. You should just be your favorite should be yourself.
Yeah, Jay Banks said facts at Mang. Jay Banks, I agree with Mang's comment as well. He said, you know, JB, Eli, can I join y'all for just a second?
Nope.
Not until somebody shows me a link or a picture of a floppy glove from the second fight, because y'all brought it up. I might let you in at the end. Matter of fact, I'll let you in. Oh, you know what? How we gonna get it to him? Eli, if you're on Instagram, follow us on Instagram. I am Box with G5 Jeff TV. Shane is I am underscore Shane. I underscore M Shane.
I'm saying 1-1.
I underscore M Shane 1. And Boxing First Vlog is Boxing First Vlog on Instagram. Matter of fact, follow Shane. I underscore M Shane 1. And Shane can go in and check it. But that'll be the only way to get it for you. Let me see.
What's the next one?
Hold on. There's so many. I done lost my place. Hold on.
It's Jay Banks. Jones knocked the fuck out. What? Jones got knocked the fuck out.
Is he talking about?
We need
Roy
to start
Jones?
going through these comments quickly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on a comment run. I'm gonna go on a comment run, and then I'm just gonna address everything. Mang 213, Wilder's right hand is legendary purely because Breland helped him perfect it. Breland had one of the best right hands in boxing, and all those Wilder KOs are directly from Mark's influence. I can agree with that. John Boxing, pound for pound, the best. Check my video out on this. I have a video showing Wilder look drugged up. Shane, wait a minute. Hold. John Boxing, what I would like for you to do is send me a link. Send me a link of it. I will watch it and I will talk to you personally.
Is he subscribed to the channel?
I don't know if he subscribed to the channel, but subscribe to the channel.
Comment in the video. Comment in the video. So
comment in the video.
If Jeff doesn't have your social media, just comment in the video.
I will hit you up personally because we'll be on here for 5 hours if I address that now. Jay Banks gonna fight both y'all. I don't have a problem with that. Lawrence Williams, great show, fellas. Appreciate you. You had a good live too going earlier. Boxing First Vlog, second fight had open hand shots, back of the head shots he was aiming for.
Okay,
Hold on. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, let me adjust that, yeah?
Go ahead.
In boxing, I don't know if you know this, but it's boxing. That happens all the time. When Lomachenko fought Salido, there was many shots that were low, but it happened. It's that, to me, you do as much as you can to get as you can get away with. There's a famous saying in boxing: when someone's fighting dirty, all you do is fight dirty back. You do it back. So to me, the shots behind the head, the shots low or the open hand shots, bro, I've seen. Watch when Klitschko fought Povetkin. He fought the whole entire fight dirty. When Klitschko fought David Hay, he fought dirty. When Ali fought Norton, he fought dirty. There's been many times fighters fought dirty, bro. It's boxing. You can never use that as an excuse. I've seen literally hundreds of fights where fighters are fighting dirty. Watch Mexican fights. Oh, bro.
Let me get this out of the way before I go to the next comment. I talked to Boxing First Vlog off camera. And we both agreed on the phone that the majority of the shots he got hit with behind the head, Wilder was ducking down for most of those shots. Now, you tell me if I'm lying in the comment section. I remember that conversation on the phone. See, Vlog got to watch what he say, because a lot of that stuff we be talking about be off camera. Sometimes he be forgetting what he be saying. Like, let me move on. Eli, this is the first time I've seen Foreman offer his services. Lewis actually helped Wilder with the jab before the Stavern fight. I mean, listen, bro, like Eli, wherever Wilder can get the assistance is cool. Whether he gets it from Lewis, whether he gets it from Foreman, whatever the case may be, all we're saying is just because you've been in the game or just because you have knowledge does not mean you can work a camp, and it does not mean you can work a corner on fight night. That's all we're saying. Lawrence Fury, I guess strength and conditioning coach, covered the camera in the second fight. He's the bald head hen.
I'm not sure. What I remember, when I saw it in the second fight, when I saw the cover, maybe I saw a different video. So what I would say is send the link in the comment section of this video. But what I saw I watched the fight, or when I watched that same footage, it was Ben Davison when I saw it. So maybe it was Lawrence, a different one.
Hey Lawrence, we're because Lawrence, we follow each other on Twitter. Send me a link. Lawrence, that's all I've been asking for this whole live.
Because from what I remember, it was a black cow or something like that, and he puts it over the screen. And from what I remember, Ben Davison was the one who lifted up the camera. If he wasn't the one who lifted up the camera, he definitely was the one. He was in that, what's it called? He was in the room, and I did not see Javon Sugar Hill. So I am confident that was the first fight, but I could be wrong. So send me the link again. I watched it 8 months ago.
Lawrence, listen, Lawrence. All I've been asking for this whole live is either a picture or a link. So if you're gonna send me a link, I'm cool with that. That's better than most people who's been doing on this live. Send me a link or send me a picture. I'm cool with that. Jay Banks, his camp covered the cameras on live. Again, Jay Banks, send me a link, send me a picture. Send me a link, send me a picture. Send me one. Oh, okay. He meant the bald head gentleman. Okay. He said you late when it comes to these comments, bro. It's a lot of comments, man. There's a lot of comments we popping today. Mang 213. Everyone needs to stop making excuses for Wilder in the second fight. Deontay himself has not said a word about this BS and has never made an excuse. Stop already.
Can I say something in addition to that? What you guys need to look at is, and just said this, I think maybe 3 months ago, or maybe even more than that. Even if Fury cheated, guess what? Wilder ain't getting his belts back. He ain't getting the O review from his record. He ain't getting that O back on his record neither. So unless you guys are gonna file a law dispute or something, or take the WBC to court or Fury to court, why are you guys still making that noise, bro? It doesn't even make a difference.
Yeah. Jay Banks said, "I'm a lady." I know you a lady. Did I say I say bro all the time. Like, I know I say bro all the time. That's my fault. That's my fault. Eric, I'm not buying into the glove gate shenanigans, bro. On a side note, I think Wilder's confidence might be shot.
I said that before.
Yeah, I mean, his confidence is going to be a big it's going to be a big issue. It's going to be a big issue, and it's going to be a big question. And I think that's the biggest question going into this
That's
going
why I
into
think
this trilogy.
Malik's in the corner. That's why I think Malik Scott's in the corner.
Yeah, because Malik's got to help with that confidence as well. Because he's an actual fighter. He's an actual.
And he's going to be someone who's going to be willing to go on the runs with him. He's going to be someone who's going to be literally every step of the way with him. So he's going to build that confidence within him.
Okay, Dwayne Sewell. Dwayne must be new. What's up, Dwayne? Wilder fan. People have more excuses than you would believe. LOL. Fury has too many different styles. Too big and too smart for just one straight right hand to hit him. I said this on Lawrence Williams on Lawrence Live. I said all Wilder can do is come forward, let his hands go, let the chips fall where they may. He's not going to be able to outbox Fury, and Fury's not going to give him an opportunity for a right hand. He's going to have to create it. You want to add anything to that?
I was going to say, Fury made the same mistakes that he always made, even in the second fight, which is, and the only time he did land the right hand, he done what me and Jess been saying for the past 500 years, which is when Fury is in transition, which means when he's just come off an attack and he's trying to get out the back door, you follow him out the back door. His feet in transition isn't that quick. That's how he got dropped by Nevin Pikes. That's how he got dropped by Steve Cunningham. That's how he got dropped twice by Wilder. That's how he got dropped by he never got dropped by Chisora, but that's in the first Chisora fight. He was getting pinged with them overhands on the way out. If you look at all of the times Fury's been dropped, he's always been dropped on his back because he's slow in transition. Because when he's in transition, he's going forward and he tries to quickly step out, and his feet going backwards after being on the front foot isn't that quick. If Wilder can catch him in transition, he will drop him again, and I guarantee you that's his best bet.
I agree with that. I just part of the problem that I have is just nobody's saying what can be done technically from Wilder's end. I've seen very few comments on that, but Mang 213 and the floppy glove in the first fight is most likely Deontay's fault because he probably trapped Fury's glove under his arm during a clinch and helped pull it down. That's always been my theory. I'm not even
I
gonna
don't know
comment
about
on
all
that.
of that. I don't know about
Yeah,
all
I ain't
of
gonna
that.
know. Man, to kind of kill that theory, man, they both sweaty as I don't know what, man. So I don't know how much grip,
But what I
he got.
would say is, though, I'm glad you brought up the point of clinching because Blunt brought up the point of dirty fighting. What I will say is Wilder was doing some excessive clinching in that second fight. And if you don't know, excessive clinching is an illegal tactic in boxing. And if you watch this from the third round onwards, Wilder was doing a lot of excessive clinching. Now, I'm not saying he should have got stripped a point or anything, but I'm just saying if you're talking about dirty fighting, excessive holding is also a dirty tactic as well. It's also something
Yeah,
that's worthy of a point deduction. So
yeah.
I'm just saying.
John Box, I'm trying to get through these comments as quickly as possible. John Boxing said there's no floppy gloves, but it doesn't mean he didn't cheat. Bro, let me get at that real quick.
Go on, please.
We're saying he had a floppy glove in the first fight. We're saying that. You know what I'm saying? We're saying that. Like there's proof of it. We're talking about this second fight. And in terms of him, now John Boxing, this is what I'll say to you real quick. Okay. So it doesn't mean that he didn't cheat. Okay. So if Fury cheated and it wasn't the bicep, it wasn't the costume, it wasn't the spike water or nothing like that, why fire Breland? Explain that to me. Explain that to me. If it wasn't nothing else, if it was strictly because Fury cheated, if it was just because Fury cheated, I mean, what's the reason for the other stuff? What's the reason for the other stuff? Like the bicep injury was legit. The bicep injury was legit. So I'm like, it was the okay. So let me get it straight. So it was the bicep. His legs was weak because of a costume. somebody on his own team drugged his water. He just didn't feel right going to the ring. All of that happened. On top of that, Tyson Fury cheated. Why fire Mark Breland? None of that stuff has nothing to do with Mark Breland. All I'm saying is you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. I'm like, if y'all think Tyson Fury cheated in the second fight, there's no reason to fire Mark Breland. There's no reason to talk about George Foreman or any other OG. So which way y'all
Because
want it?
according to your according to what you're saying, Mark Breland actually didn't do anything wrong then. According to what you're saying.
Everything that's being explained has nothing to do with Mark Breland. All I'm saying is
Nothing.
y'all gotta pick a side of the street and stay on it. If y'all think Tyson Fury cheated, stay on that side of the street. But don't say Tyson Fury cheated and then y'all trying to tell me about some George Foreman as a good option. Y'all not getting away with that over here. Like, no, you're not. But John Boxing, I appreciate you, bro, for sure. But I really want you to answer that question for me, though.
Oh
Seriously.
wow. Wait, bro, can I get to this after? Can I get to this? Go on.
Eli says the floppy gloves are not the issue for me. I'm just saying his team is responsible. The glove picks were from the second fight. It doesn't matter. Send it to me. Send it to me. Send it to me. Go ahead.
This is my point, yeah. The floppy gloves are not the issue for me. So for you personally, Eli, I want to know. Okay, no, forget it. As Jeff just said, send it to him. Send it to him. And then we'll get into the discussion. Send it to him.
I have not seen the floppy glove from the second fight. I have not seen it. Shane, have you seen it?
Nope.
Okay. So Eli said there's a floppy glove from the second fight. BoxingFirst Vlog said there's a floppy glove from the second fight. There's a couple other people. Y'all should have no problem sending me a picture or a link. And hold on, let me keep it moving. Eli said I'm not disputing y'all point. Honestly, it's really not about disputing it. I just want to see some evidence from the second fight. That's all I want to see. That's all I want to see. BoxingFirst Vlog said no, y'all not sound like a bunch of hate. BoxingFirst Vlog, you still haven't answered my question. Like you still haven't answered my question.
BoxingFirst Vlog.
Hold on. And the thing is, the vlog, because me and you were so tight, I'll go live with you, just me and you, just so we can discuss this issue. Just so we can so you have free range to say whatever you want to say. I will give you one whole live.
And Vlog, in terms of me sounding like a bunch of hate, what you keep forgetting, again, I don't know why you just keep forgetting this point. I had picked Wilder to win both fights. So why would I
picked
hate on
him to win
someone
both fights
that I'd picked to win? That doesn't make sense.
Hold on. I picked Wilder to win both fights. BoxingFirst Vlog knows I picked him to win both fights. We talked about it off camera. And we talked about it after the fight was over. We both said the same thing. Yo, like Wilder got his ass whipped. That same night. But go ahead, hold on. BoxingFirst Vlog said hit the like or dislike button. I'm cool with that. Eli said, I promise I will answer. Thank you. YSM, this my guy from Philly, man. Big shout out to YSM Sports Media. He said, assuming a bigger role and being a second is different. I need to see a definite announcement that names Scott as the second trainer. YSM, I heard it was a rumor. But you're exactly right. Like it's a whole different ball game. You just working with a fighter and you actually work in the corner on fight night. So YSM, I agree with you 100%. Jay Banks, Wilder correction, longest reigning heavyweight champion of all time.
No, he's not.
I don't think that's true either. Eli, it doesn't matter if Fury
What do you
cheated.
mean you don't think if it's true? What do you mean? You had Joe Louis and you had Vladimir Klitschko. Of course it's not true.
Yeah. I just the name. I'm hype right now, like the names. Eli said it doesn't matter if Fury cheated. He is supposed to push the envelope. I never said that myself. You know what? I'll say this and I keep it moving because I want to get through the rest of these comments real quick. I've never seen this amount of cheating from somebody that's on the road. I've never seen this amount of cheating for somebody that's on the road. I've never seen it. And on top of that, you can't even say it's better off for Fury to be the champion because Wilder has generated more money than Fury. He's generated more money than Fury. So from a money
In
perspective,
America.
in America, yeah, in America, yes. So it didn't make no sense for people to pull the wool over Wilder's eyes because he bringing more money in the States, and then he was a WBC champion for so long. That's sanctioning fees for the WBC, and Fury's never made a title defense before in his life. So if Fury's a champion and he drops the belt, there's no sanctioning fee. So
and Fury didn't have a belt going into the
Fury
fight
ain't have a
either.
belt going into the fight. So I'm like, he got away with a whole lot of cheating on the road. I never seen that much cheating on the road. I can see if he
In
was
my
at home,
life of
that's something
watching
different.
boxing. In my life of watching boxing.
I've never seen that. Eli said Breland and JD's failed. You know what, Eli? I just think he got beat. I just think he got beat. Like it's really that simple. I think he just got beat.
You know what, bro? Just cut off because I do believe, and as I said before, he does need someone in the corner that has an eye for habits. So he can pick up on certain habits and know when, because you said go forward and land the right hand. He does, because to me, there wasn't much method behind his attack. He does need someone who's just going to help him plan his right hand a bit more. Not change his style, you're still going for the right hand, but just someone who knows what to look for when he's going for it. And I don't think he has that right now, but continue.
Okay, YSM Sports Media. He says, just because you're a good fighter doesn't make you a great trainer. That's 100% facts. For the people that's on here, go subscribe to YSM Sports Media's channel. He's doing a lot of great work. Boxing First Vlog. This little nigga haven't lived long enough to see day ones fall out. Vlog. Let me get this out the way real quick.
What does he mean by day one? What does he mean?
I'm not sure about the last part, but the thing is, Vlog, like, age has nothing to do with a Wilder Fury discussion. It just don't. Like, and I know where you going with that. If we was talking about a fight from the 80s, we can't get Shane involved. If we talking about a fight from the early 90s, we can't get Shane involved. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it, this particular topic, this particular issue, this has nothing to do with age. Like, this is strictly one specific topic that happened recently.
The age thing does frustrate me because the reason why it frustrates me is because, as you know, Jesco, how much, like today we had a topic about a fighter called Angelo Leo. We had a fighter today. Me and you had a conversation about Angelo Leo. So the reason why I'm annoyed is because, ask Jeff, when it comes to this era of boxing, and this is why I find it annoying about people talking about age. This era of boxing, I can name you every champion from heavyweight all the way down to 118 or below 118 if you want. So to me, I've seen so many fighters in this era fight. So I don't know why people bring up age when this era of boxing, I know as much as anybody else. So I don't know why that's brought up, to be honest.
Eli said he lost because he lost. It's part of the game to me, and I'm still for Wilder. Yeah, I'm still a Wilder fan. That's facts. That's 100% facts. English guy, what's going on? Malik Scott, really? Is he planning to take a dive? English guy, that's a low blow, man. I'm not going there with you, man. That's a low blow. Main 213, first knockdown in the first fight was a back of the head shot from Wilder.
That's true.
The excuses.
That's true.
That's true. Yes, he did look drugged. Do the math. Show me something. Jay Banks, show me something. That's all. Say it again. Oh.
Thank you very much, English guy. Bro, thank you for that, because me and Jeff been saying this for years, but it doesn't seem like no one wants to listen to us.
You want to read that? Read that one.
Shane's point about the transition is exactly right, but Wilder, to follow his feet also need to be in the right place, and he can't if he lets Fury knock him back on to his heels like last time. Firstly, the transition thing me and Jeff been talking about for years. The difference is, though, it's even better if someone's trying to back you up. The reason why is because that means their weight is on their front foot. So that means it takes them even longer to transition back to their back foot. So because of that, if Wilder had good foot speed in transition, which he does have. He just doesn't use it enough. He would be able to land that shot. And one thing Fury
Right.
does that makes mistakes is he doesn't put his hands up when he's leaving. He drops his hands and he pulls his head back. What that does is if you
Yeah.
get hit, your equilibrium goes over and you get dropped on the floor. That's what happened to Furman when he fought Pacquiao. He tried to get his head out of the way by dropping his hands and putting his hands down and putting his head up, and he got hit on the way out and ended
that's
up on
what
his back.
happened. That's what happened with Fury in the 12th round of the first fight.
Fact.
He was pulling out. And Wilder was right there, and he was in position, and he followed through with the shots. He followed through so well. He was able to get a check hook in before he was halfway down. Jay Banks said Lennox Lewis is a boring commentator. I can't stand Lennox Lewis as a commentator. I can't stand Lennox Lewis. English guy said Jay Banks, amen. That's the best thing that's been said in this live. Period. Jay Banks, shout out to your solo mood. Appreciate that. Eli, yeah, I just can't type fast enough on this phone to agree and make a point. Salute the both of you though. Eli, we appreciate you. Like, only thing, like, we're pretty clear. In the second fight, we haven't seen a floppy glove, and y'all can talk about cameras and all that other stuff. The only way he cheats in fight is unless a glove is messed up. Like, that's the only way he cheats. So I'm like, in ring. So I'm like, that's what you gotta show me. Show me a picture. So okay, so let me cover this real quick before we roll. Number one, if you said Wilder was drugged, what that has to do with Fury, I don't know. But if he
But
was
doesn't he
drugged,
get drugged? Do you not get drug tested after a fight? I mean, I guess these guys.
yeah. So he was drugged. I heard he was drugged or the water was spiked, or he looked drugged or whatever. Send me a link. Send me a picture. And on top of that, explain to me, did Fury or anybody on his team drug him or spike his water? And if you think that, send me some proof of that as well. Okay. Second thing, I need a picture or a link
Or video.
of Fury or video of Fury's glove flopping in the second fight. That's number two. That's number two. The third thing is I want for you guys to give me just because we're gonna go back live at a later date to talk about what can Wilder do technically to win this fight. I need for y'all to come up with some strategies for Wilder. I need for y'all to come up with some strategies for Wilder for this next live. We got two more comments. Eric says people actually do Wilder a disservice by piling up these excuses. Yeah, I think they do him a disservice. I think he had a bad night. I just think he had a bad night. He got outclassed inside the ring. Like it's you know,
There's
like
been
I said,
many fighters who've been absolutely annihilated in fights, like literally absolutely embarrassed, and they run it back
yeah.
and then they end up getting a
Yeah, I
better
mean,
decision.
Tyson lost to Buster Douglas, and then Buster Douglas came and got knocked out in the next fight by Holyfield. It happens.
Yep.
It happens.
Or even if you're gonna
Macy
use
Cartel.
Holyfield, he got beat by a Riddick Bowe and then he ran it back and beat Bowe. So
Yeah, Macy Cartel. What's going on, Macy Cartel? Wilder thinks he knows it all. Yes, men only.
Macy new.
Um, Macy is new, so Macy definitely subscribe to the channel. Follow us on social media. Eric said so. He said disregard Jay Banks, great live nephew. And love you too, Shane. That's what's up, Jay
Love it,
Banks.
bro.
Appreciate you. So we gonna close it. We gonna close it out with this. As far as Boxing First Vlog is concerned, I will specifically go on a live with you, so you can.
Are you going live again today, or is it just this?
Well, I got to talk to him and see what his schedule like. So
No, I mean because we're doing the Haney one, no, or we're not doing that today.
yeah, I'll hit you up right after this. We'll talk about it. So boxing first vlog, I will go live with you on this particular issue, and I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you speak your piece. But the thing is, remember this, like we spoke about this privately. Like a lot of the stuff that you were saying, I acknowledge because a lot of stuff that you're saying was from the first fight. So I was acknowledging a lot of the stuff that you were saying. You know what I'm saying? Um, so we're gonna do a specific live just with you, because you're family. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna let you get all that, get all that off your chest. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, we got one more comment. Eric, two different glove rumors, drugs, heavy suit. Some even blamed the loss on recent events. He said, I missed that whole pound for pound chat. Any videos on it? Can we run it back? No, we're doing one on that. We're
We
doing
have to do
one on
it
that.
back because
Yeah, no,
Blunt is on
yeah,
crack.
yeah, we're doing one on that because Boxing First Vlog came out and said that Jamel Charlo is number one pound for pound. He's a pound for pound king right now, so we have to do one on that. A Banks G5 Jeff TV, appreciate you. Eric said, I think it was last Thursday. Yeah, no, we have to do a follow up. We have to do one specifically on the pound for pound list. So get your top 10, top
And we'll
15 pound
get to
for
the
pound
comments
list
as
ready.
well. We'll
Say it
get to
again.
the comments because we didn't get to the comments last time.
And
We'll
then
get
we
to the
didn't get
comments
to the
this time.
comments either, so we're gonna run it back and we're gonna do it again. So this live was absolutely crazy. We appreciate everybody being on this live. uh VP Shane, you got any final thoughts?
Nah, man. Just obviously the whole topic was the Malik Scott, Mark Breland stuff. You heard what we had to say already. So obviously comment on this video as well.
Yeah, comment.
Underneath and hit the like on all of that stuff. And thanks for
Yeah,
all the support and comments and stuff like that.
Dwayne said, yeah, he is on some. He was on some. I think he talking about vlog. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing a pound for pound list live strictly for boxing first vlog to explain how Jamel Charlo was number one. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, have your list ready. Have your top 10 list ready. Follow us on Instagram,
Everybody.
Twitter.
Everybody have their list ready.
Everybody in this live. I'm gonna put a comment in the chat in the comment section, telling everybody to get their pound for pound live together. Follow us on social media. I will announce when the pound for pound video is the live is coming out, so y'all will know. So everybody can jump in, and then during that live, you can put your list in the comment section, and we will break down everybody's list. But on behalf of G5 Jeff TV and VP Shane and Boxing First Vlog, even though he's not on here, be part of the team. On behalf of all three of us, this was a great live. We appreciate y'all, and we are out.